The Bulls begin the game with the basketball. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Wendell Carter. Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Knocked loose. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here comes the screen. Irving. Jay for one, straighter Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Irving brings the ball up court. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Wendell Carter. Curling inside. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Hayward. He throws it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
To Wendell Carter. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Celtics have it. Irving to Hayward. Probing the defense. Hayward to Irving. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 2. That's what you want. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Kyrie across the timeline. Down 2. Over to the right side. To Irving. Oh, Carter with the rejection. That's out of bounds off a Bull. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it. Marking it to Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Celtics have it. Irving. To Hayward. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. To Zach LaVine. Tough make through traffic.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here's Irving into the front court. 12-6 our score. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Irving. The drive, right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Wendell Carter. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. It'll stay with Chicago. Lets it fly from long range. Not getting the bounce. Okay, it's Celtics last year. No Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. Now they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who really came into his own in the playoffs, Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry, probably a guy that can start in the league but now has to play a backup role behind Kyrie. This team is locked and loaded, and they're the favorite to win the East.
Goes 2 for 2. To Levine. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Wendell Carter. Nice pass to get things going.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Boston with the basketball. Hayward to Horford. Kyrie Irving. 3 for 4. Good start.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Brown into the front court. Down 6. To Irving. Lauri Markkanen pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
With a drop step. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
And a nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Horford. From the painted area, won't go down. To Wendell Carter with a drop step. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Irving gets it in the right corner. To Irving. Driving right to the basket. Kyrie Irving, 4 out of 7. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Hayward to Horford. Big finish at the rim.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Wendell Carter. Oh, he had him there for a second. Shot from in close, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Chicago with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Rozier into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Had a chance, but it's no good. Porter. Oh, he had him there for a second. Deep two there, won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle and not landing.
To Rozier. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Terry Rozier at the line. Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To Markkanen. Five to shoot. That's no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. 9-point margin. Knocked loose. Chicago possession to Lopez. And counted at the rim.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Baseline drive. Short jumper off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Can't get the bounce. Rozier with it. Down 11. Robin Lopez able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lopez. Oh, had him going there for a second. And count the basket inside.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Wide open look, won't go.
0-4 to start the game. Don't worry about that. You can make your next 6 shots and then be 6 of 10 from the field. That's 60%. That can get you 80 million.
Brown with it up top. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Knocked loose. High risk, high reward. It stays in their possession. It's good and one.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Marcus Morris the rebound. Short jumper stays out.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
That's it for the first quarter. Nice cushion for the Bulls. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backup role. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Kyrie Irving. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
To Zach LaVine. Can't get past the defender. Marking it. Oh, he had him there for a second. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Shot by Horford won't go. Layup goes down. Well done.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Rozier into the front court. His guys down big. To Horford. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Celtics have it. To Horford. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Time to shuffle things up. Laurie Markkinen rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Irving. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Markkinen. To LaVine. Fires the 3. They need something to go down. It's no good. Brown into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. To Wendell Carter. And count the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Markkanen. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Wendell Carter. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. To Zach LaVine. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Timeout Boston, as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Here we go. I got ball.
Hayward to Irving. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Wendell Carter. Jason Tatum with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And he finishes at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Hey, locked up.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Hayward.
Screen, I got your help.
Here comes the screen. Hayward to Irving. Boston with 4 to shoot. Kyrie Irving for 2. Won't go. Goes to the right side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound Jason Tatum. To Jaylen Brown.
Close out.
Shot by Tatum won't go. Bulls with it. Deep right corner. LaVine. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second as well.
Trap this. Come on, we got it.
Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Bulls with the basketball. Off the assist.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Has a chance. Shot by Hayward, no good.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
4-3. Off the iron, no good. Nice finish at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Markkanen. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Markkanen. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Boston with the basketball. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Runner's good there.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. So Wendell Carter. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Jay, they re-signed Marcus Smart. You look at what he brings. He's a modern-day defender with some throwback qualities as well.
There's no doubt about it. The DNA of this team starts with Marcus Smart and also Marcus Morris. These are the two toughest players on the Celtics organization.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Rozier. Knocked loose. Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Fires the three. The Bulls with the rebound.
Get your man. Come on, get back. I got him. Trap. Got him.
To Porter from long range. Missed it. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
I got ball. Got him. Trap.
Count the basket at the rim.
That move, that was nasty right there. But look, if you don't want to defend him, let me know. I can get a 10-day.
Knocked loose. It's Chicago ball. To Porter. Has a look. Otto Porter, 4 out of 7.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
For 3. Rebound to Rozier. To Hayward. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
My ball.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Off the mark on his free throw. Trying to cash in. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Knocked loose. Otto Porter with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Celtics have it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Cashes in for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Looking to make something happen. Third quarter comes to an end. It has been all Bulls. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. Great dish to set it up. Easy path to the rim.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. A career 87% from the line. First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. To Markkanen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Hayward. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
To Levine. Zach Levine doing what he does best.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bulls with the rock. To Wendell Carter. Has a chance. That's what you'd come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
Got him. Good track, good track.
To Markkanen. Gets it in the left corner. Porter. Lets it fly from long range, and Otto Porter, no one in his zip code, knocks down the 3.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
To Wendell Carter. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Great feed. Sets it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Markkanen. And the finish at the rim.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Here comes the screen. Hayward, that's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Tough make through traffic.
Man, I've seen this kid play with some grown men prior to making it to the league. As my old friend would say, same pan, same grease.
Hayward. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Wide open look, won't go. So Wendell Carter. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Celtics have it. The drive, right to the basket. Lauri Markkanen with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To the rim, lays it up and in. Now the Bulls will take the timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions.
Visit our team website for more details. Entering the game for the Bulls, number 32.
From 18 feet at the buzzer, the Bulls take this one as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our...
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.